Okay, guys, ICP, it is going to the moon. It is going to the moon very soon, and it is going to the moon now. If that's what you want to hear, guys, you're on the wrong channel because I'm a realist. I'm going to show you exactly what's in front of me. Jasmine Coin's already run, guys. Go back and watch my Jasmine Coin video because I've taken the setup. I'm waiting for something to happen. There's a reversal pattern that's coming in, and I'm waiting to take advantage of the right shoulder to build on my position, guys. That one's run. I'm doing ICP because you guys have asked for ICP. That means that you guys are invested in ICP. So it's important that we go over from a risk management perspective. What levels are concerning me? What levels that I can take advantage of? So we're currently trading at $5.06. We've got lots to talk about in this video. Let's dive in. Right, guys, ICP, is it bullish? Is it bearish? It's going to be a case of you tell me at the end of this video, guys. We looked at the Jasmine video. Jasmine setup looks great. Waiting for something to happen, waiting for conditions to be met. It's going to be exactly the same on this. We know that the key resistance level here is $9 to $9.26. We know that we need to break $5 and $5.23, which was previous support, which is now acting as resistance before we can get any kind of momentum and get this big move to the upside, which is from where price is now, 84.3% to the upside. So 84.3% to the upside. $5 and $5.23, it's going to be a key area. What I'm going to do first and foremost, we're going to add a trend line. These diagonal trend lines, guys, remember, they don't carry as much weight. You can see that we've had a breakout, we've had a retest. However, the retest is actually a lower low. Can we see any kind of divergence? We can see a divergence. That's showing that the bulls have actually put in a higher low as far as the buy and the selling pressure is concerned, which is a measurement of the RSI. So this chart needs to catch up because we've put in a bullish divergence. That's the first strong thing, but this is still resistance, guys, and this is still a lower low. So we're still in a downtrend. We need to respect that we're still in a downtrend. What I want to show you is how you can apply this simple technique, guys. It's a simple technique, 2 tools. This is how you can identify when the trend is going to be weakened. What we're going to do is you're going to add in your rectangle on TradingView, and what we're looking for is the lower high, that's here, and then the lower low. That's the lower low, and that's the lower high. We're in a downtrend. So you're going to take the box, the rectangle, and you're going to add in an area of interest. This, guys, this is your kill zone. So why do we call it the kill zone, guys? Stick it in there, kill zone. And how can you identify within the kill zone whether a trend is weakening? We can do that by adding in our Fibonacci retracement. So you've got 2 things. You've got a rectangle, you've got Fibonacci retracement. We're going to take the Fibonacci retracement and we're going to take that from the lower high, the top of the box, but we're going to take it all the way down, guys, to this lower low. Now, why do we use Fibonacci to tell us when a trend is weakening? Because we can tell how far the bulls are getting to the lower high. The further that the bulls get to the lower high, the stronger that the bulls are getting, the more the buy orders. So first things first, Fibonacci, guys, Fibonacci, simple Fibonacci this. So let me get the tool up. A 382, if you get a rejection at the 382, this is the first one. That's a 38.2% retracement from this swing here. If you get a rejection from a 382 and you get a continuation to the downside, that's strong for the bears. If you get a 0.5, it gets weaker. When you get a 0.618, guys, this is the golden zone. That's still a strong trend. You've still got a high probability of coming down and putting in a lower low. But when you start getting to the 786 and above, that's showing that the bulls are managing to push price closer to this point here. This is the aim of the game, to beat this lower high. Once you beat the lower high, guys, that means that the trend is reversing. It's the first signal that the trend is reversing. So if you manage to come all the way back up here, guys, test this, this becomes one thing, it becomes a neckline. This is one of the biggest reversal patterns. This is one of the highest probability moves as far as a reversal pattern is concerned. It's an inverse head and shoulders. Does it sound stupid? There's your left shoulder. There's your neckline. Coming down, you've put in a head. What we're looking for is a right shoulder. We were talking about this on the Jasmine video earlier. If you come back up and test this again, that's showing that the bulls have retested previous area where you've put in a lower high, and a tug of war battle happens here between the bulls and the bears. Because if the bulls break through this level here, you've put in a higher high, and you come back down, then you put in a higher low, Once that happens, guys, that is the reversal pattern. That's an inverse head and shoulders, and that's how you can identify when a reversal pattern's coming in by looking for the higher low. Wait for the higher low. Once you've got a higher low in, guys, that becomes your protection zone. If you're adding in, as an example, a buy order here, you know that once you've put in a higher low, you can add your trend line in wherever you're shooting for, depending on what your strategy is. That's where your risk is. And your reward looks after itself. Remember, you look after the risk. You don't want to be risking all the way down here, guys. Look at that. Don't want to be risking all that capital. But if you wait, put in a trend line, put in a higher low, put in a right shoulder, you know that the trend's weakening because you've come up and tested the previous lower high. That's a high probability move with a low risk with a high reward, guys. So that's how you can take advantage of using a kill zone. Add it to your chart, guys. Go and look and identify on different types of cryptocurrency how high the trend's getting, how weak is the trend getting, how close is it to the lower high. And that'll help you identify when one of these reversal patterns in. So that's just the head and shoulders, guys. But ultimately, we need to break through this key level here. We need to break through $5.26 before we can start really getting any kind of bullish momentum. Are we exhausted? You can look at the RSI starting to get overbought now. It's probably a bit of wiggle room here, guys. So hopefully we get a bit higher to the 786, ideally up to the neckline. Then you can come back and take advantage of the higher low, add in your trend line, and that's your protection zone. Right, let me know in the comments if you want more of the educational videos. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next, and I will see you in the next one.